7:12 now. You know, whiskey is absolutely more trendy than ever. The number of distilleries in the U.S. has absolutely exploded.
This is Heather Greene. She's the director of the Whiskey School at Manhattan's Flatiron Room, and she's also the author of Whiskey Distilled, a Populist Guide to the Water of Life, which she's signing at Joseph Beth, and we'll have information on that in a moment.
And it is the water of life. Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Heather.
Thank you so much for having me.
Why is there a big renaissance with whiskey?
Well, I think with whiskey, and there's a lot of different kinds of whiskey, but I think Americans are particularly into whiskey right now because it really, you know, it's an indigenous American beverage. It's what we make here, and in fact, you make it right next door in Kentucky.
Yes.
We
absolutely
do.
Bourbons and ryes, and people just love it.
Well, there's a big variety, but there's some standards involved as well.
There are some standards. I mean, in order to be called a bourbon or a rye or even a single malt scotch, which is another kind of whiskey, you are going to have a lot of rules under which you need to follow to be able to call your whiskey, for example, a bourbon, which I outline in my book.
And you're going to make one of the classic drinks with
I'm going to
whiskey.
make a little variation. It's the fall. I thought maybe we'd celebrate Halloween, you know, that kind of fall crisp feeling. I'm going to make you, you know, as you guys chat, I'll just make you a maple old fashioned.
Oh, okay.
Very nice. Old fashions. I love old fashions. They're just a classic, beautiful drink to make. They're super easy, and I'll show you how to do it. So you just want to have like basically a teeny bit of maple syrup, just in the bottom of your glass. Like maybe a quarter size, depending on that's it. Very
not much
easy.
At all.
Not much at all. You just want to. You don't want to take away the flavor from the whiskey that you're using. You just want to. You're basically enhancing it. We're going to use a rye whiskey that is actually made right in Kentucky.
Oh. Yeah, we were talking about that a little earlier too.
This is bitters, by the way.
What is it with the resurgence of rye? Do you think?
Well, rye is a rye grain. It was actually really popular before Prohibition. I mean, it was probably the most popular whiskey before Prohibition. And then kind of fell out of favor and flavor. So ryes make this beautiful spice will come through in a cocktail, and bartenders just love it for that reason. So we put some maple syrup, and we put some bitters. I like a little extra bitters in it. So then we're going to just add, you know, lots of, this will take a minute, so we're going to add, you know, you'll probably want to add lots of ice.
Now, how did you break into this sort of boys club of whiskey?
You know, we're going to do 2 ounces of beautiful rye, spilling a little bit. This is a beautiful rye called Michter's from Kentucky.
Okay.
So we're going to do 2 ounces of rye. And then here is the trick with an old fashioned is that you want to be able, you basically want to kind of stir this for at least, I don't know, I like to do it 20 seconds. One of the bartenders in the Flatiron rooms counts to 50.
Really?
Get that maple syrup all through it?
You're going to do a lot of things. You're chilling the cocktail. You are also diluting a teeny bit of water into it. You're getting all those nice flavors intermingling together, and it's just a beautiful, easy drink to make. So you're going to stir it. And then my favorite part is you're going to use an orange rind, and you're just going to squeeze the essence into it.
Oh, okay.
So gently.
Yeah. Oh,
very nice.
Ladies first, ladies first.
No, that's fine.
I'll start making yours. But I lived in Scotland for a while, so, you know, when in Rome, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so you want to be able to.
So tonight at Joseph Beth, you can go and see Heather, and for $35, you get some snacks, you get cocktails, and you get her to sign a copy of her book at 7 o'clock right there at Joseph Beth in Norwood. And you should make a reservation if you want to go.
It's a great looking drink. Heather, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's delicious. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you, Heather.